Say for instance, like I'd have been out in the shopping store. And I do hair. So this person like, wow, this look nice on your hair. You know how to do these type of things, twist or the braids. I'm like, yeah, I do the braids. She's like, where you stay at? I said, at the universe. Oh no, I'm not coming there.
And I don't really want to say where I live either, because then people are like, oh, you're in the village. Like someone said, well, that's no man's land. I'm like, why? Why? There's good people here.
As a matter of fact, I think a nice place is relative to where you come from and what you've been through and stuff like that. But I didn't realize people looked at the village differently in the community until I was coaching basketball. I coached a group of kids, community basketball. We traveled to Chicago and different places, and we were having a practice in the village. They have a little court in there, and one of the kids said his mama said he couldn't come to the village and practice. Like, why not? She said he can't come over there. I said, what? Why not? And like, Dad, this is a bad neighborhood. This ain't no bad neighborhood. What are you talking about?
I was told to never walk alone around the area and to avoid it, just like I feel like many folks now still are told. I feel a lot of citizens have a more negative view than they should about the place, and that it's not necessarily founded. Nobody really has a ton of business going inside of the University Village if they don't live there, so it's tough to really get an educated opinion on what actually happens inside of there.
And go.
Yeah, I think it was really good.
Crisscross.
Crisscross.
All around.
All around.
Touch ground.
Okay, I'll put your feet.
Come on, Mama.
I know jumping, Ma.
No, stand in, because she have to. Well, I've actually been here. This will be my 6th year. I got here in like '08. I feel like DeKalb is the right town for to raise, personally, the kids up in, instead of Chicago and all them other states that's cutting up right now. It's a good start off for you if this is your first apartment. It's a good start off. I won't bash it like it's bad. If this is something that you ain't never, it's your first time doing, and yeah, go for it. It's great.
Number 5. Do you already go to kindergarten, or are you going next year?
I really love this place. I love my house here, my 4 walls here. I'm happy that I was like, it's mine, it's mine. I get to have with my kids, I know. You're not supposed to be able to save money on your rent so you can buy things you shouldn't buy. You're supposed to be trying to get out of here and get ahead. I think some people are, and that's what I think a lot of my neighbors that I don't know, they're quiet like me, like I've seen them, and they're just like, hi, but they're just trying to go about their business. They're just trying to, have their kids going to school and trying to find work, and they're just trying to make it and just try not to get in any trouble or anything, because there is the stigma that, oh, you're gonna be, someone that's not looking for work, you're gonna be, abusing your kids or something, or whatever they can think that is lower class. It's just, they're just trying to not be in the spotlight.
I used to call myself the mayor of the village. We used to take care of each other's kids and, make sure no riffraff happened on this side. And so it was a great place to be. And I could have lived in the village for years. I could have lived there. I could have lived there for a long time. I was really trying to make sure that my kids were raised in a nice environment. So I would be a part of the community that regulated that environment. It was great for us. I can't say what it was for anybody else, but at that time in my life, it was the best place I could be.
A lot of times in these people get a little bit of a shining complex.
As far as handling calls in the University Village, that is a higher call volume, I'd say, than the rest of the city as a whole. My opinion is that it's no better or worse than your average apartment on the south side of town, on the east side of town, or anything like that. I found University Village management to be pretty good, actually, with maintenance. A lot of folks don't know that they have their own security team who's motivated. They have their own security cameras all over the place. The security team happens to know, who's banned from the property, the problem tenants. Living within my own apartment building, it'd be nice to have such a service for myself. But, those folks that live in the University Village have the luxury of having that team at their side. With a lot of respects to, some of the more negative things that citizens feel that the University Village has, there's a lot of positives.
As far as me like putting my mind to do anything, I'm willing to do. As far as with kids, that's my goal. I love working with kids. I'm actually searching for schools online, working with early childhood educational. So I'm working with that, getting myself situated with that, and still looking for jobs, because I'm not just gonna let this be the end of it for me. I would like to go farther. If I had like places and more help, I go farther with it. So far as with that, the University Village, I'm not gonna put them down like they bad, but everything else, my three main thing is the privacy, the ban list, and the bus routes. Other than that, everything is fine with me. My kids can enjoy themselves. They can go out on the front and play without shooting or anything. So I enjoy a lot of they have a lot of things that our kids can do, but it's high. Like, it's costing too much.
Well, you know how, like you said, are you part of DeKalb? I don't know another part of DeKalb. I came here not from DeKalb. I don't know DeKalb. We're certainly not River Mist. I'm pretty much not afraid. Don't really care. Because if they knew me, they knew I'm exactly the kind of person that needs this kind of thing. And I know that I'm doing everything I can do. And I know there's no way I could foreseeably get into a situation where I could afford $1,000 a month right at this very moment. It's just not going to happen. This is just, I'm very fortunate to have this resource.
I lived there for 12 years. It was my saving grace. Now when I drive by, I go, okay, I see it's a little different. It looks a little different.
Well, I'm not suggesting that, the whole town needs to start driving through the University Village or anything like that, but if they want to conduct their own research into what actually happens there, I know Camp Power has done a lot of great things. You can find our criminal statistics, through the FBI and our annual police report to find out what actually happens in specific areas. To research those things and not just listen to a friend of a friend of a friend who says this about that area. You should find their own opinions and their own research. So.